Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jess and welcome back to One Year 365. Today we will discuss something about copyright. Also, it's been a while, I guess, like few days since the last time I used this app again, right? Which is the Samsung Notes, in which I just, write everything that I want to say, although sometimes I'm just, randomly scribble stuff while also talking, right? But hopefully we can do something about that in this one as well. So before going into that, I'm going to say something as well because today is currently the 167th episode, and 365. If you haven't noticed, divided by two, that's 180. 182 basically, right? Yeah, 182, and then extra day, I guess, for the final. And 182 is basically the mark of halfway through the entirety of 365, right? And as you can see over here, today is 167. It means we only have 15 days until until the second chapter ends, right? So yeah, I'm actually quite exciting about what about to come in the chapter 3 because I already I have something in my mind, right, about what's gonna happen in chapter 3, right, which is probably gonna be interesting. Also, if you haven't noticed already, the first chapter is basically me fully using these apps and then write stuff on it while also talking at the same time. And then the second chapter is all about Wikipedia, right? It's all about knowledge or information that we can discuss basically from the Wikipedia, right? And then what's gonna happen in the third chapter is basically well, I'm not gonna spoil that just yet. Just wait until the 183th or not 183rd video comes out, right? Which only happened in about 16 days, basically, right? Um, so yeah, I guess there's that. There is something interesting, I think. That's something's gonna happen in the third chapter. Also, yeah, there's that. I guess a little bit of, I guess, for your information. And what else do I want to say? Well, it is currently 11 a.m. in the morning, and somehow the wind is quite gusty today. It's quite the wind is quite hard. The tree, like outside my house, like they just waving around, like quite intensely. Honestly, if you ask me, um, yeah, like I can see it from my place here because I have window, right? And this is me basically over here sitting, and this is the window, and I can just look through outside, right? And then there is like an empty field, and then there's also houses, and then there's a lot of trees, right? And the trees are again waving quite hard, and then I can also hear like the I guess what it's called, like the pole or the metal rod for the antenna, um, that are on top of every house, I guess, because it's quite high, right? And because it's high, then if there's wind that blows, it will, like wiggle left and right, right? Quite easily, quite noticeable, and therefore that's why I could tell, right? Because of that. So yeah, there is that, I guess. I think it's also because the fact that it's currently in fall. Not really in fall in my place, but more like usually I think what happened is in fall. I played Stardew Valley, right? And I think what happened during fall is usually there's a lot of storm, right? So it's probably kind of the same as well, but it's in my area. And like as because it's about a sunny day and then rainy day, right? Basically those are the only two seasons that I have. So during this transition, then the wind can basically blows quite hard, right? Can do a lot of stuff, I think, because of that. So yeah, maybe that's why it's quite windy because of that, potentially, right? But anyway, I guess there's that for the intro. Let's actually talk about copyright, right? Specifically, copyright music. As you have noticed, I haven't actually uploaded, stuff with music in a while, right? Like even when I played the Day Art Survival, at first episodes, I believed I actually turned on the music and the sound, but then I realized that it kind of messed up with my video recording, right? So I kind of had to, not use any music whatsoever during those. Like if you just go back watch the earliest video about the art survival, which happened when this video is up, it happened like almost 8 or 9 months ago, right? So yeah, it's been a while actually. And yeah, there's that. And you can notice that I still use music or sound in game, but I stop using that as well, right? The part of the reason as well is because I don't want to deal with the copyright claim, right? Um, yeah, sure, the music is the property of the game, right? However, I don't think that's how copyright works. Just because a music gets owned by a game or license, the game has license to it, doesn't mean we can actually use that, right? By we, I mean the people at the public, right? We can just use the game's license to get permission for the music, right? That's not how it works, I don't think. And there's already quite a lot of instances where the music in game kind of made people getting screwed basically, because there are also some games that just use random music from the internet, right? Whether or not they have the license or even not, they just basically put that in the game, right? And this is actually very bad, because then if someone played the game and then played essentially the music as well, then that person can get copyrighted, right? Copyright strike, basically, especially in YouTube. So there's that. That's part of my concern as well. Also, I think there is also, I know, like, not really I know, but more like, I kind of understand how people can abuse this copyright system. Do you guys know about the no copyright sound, or no copyright song, basically, or the NCS? Okay, so this is kind of weird, right? In 2020, I streamed on Twitch, and I use NCS songs, right? The one that is from 2019, 2018, 17, etc., etc., right? Like old NCS song, basically, right? For whatever reason, my stream, the VOD, like the VOD after my stream, like I make my stream into VODs, right? And then I noticed that my videos got muted, because for some reason it detected some sort of copyrighted music, right? But that will be weird, right? Because at the time I use NCS and this is no copyright song, right? So where did the copyright came from, right? So apparently one of the song that is in the NCS, it then turns out that it is actually copyrighted. So I think this is what people abuse over here. Like they released songs, but it was free, right, for first, so people can use it, right? But after a while, like let's say years, like 2 years, 1 year, or whatever, the creator of the song, they put, like they licensed their songs, right? They licensed this song, and then what happened is that all these people that already use this kind of song, like old videos as well, they will get copyright strike, right? Because of that. So this is, I think, what happened in my case. um, because I use the quote unquote no copyright song, but turns out that it is actually copyrighted, right? So there is that. And like then my stream, like majorly, like I would say like more than 50% of my stream got muted because of this, right? Which is actually bad, right? So yeah, I guess that's how people abuse this as well. I'm not saying that all these NCS no copyright song did this way, right? I'm not. Maybe there's also some genuine, like DJ or remixer or something like that that actually created all this song and just for public, right? Like for open source, basically. But the thing is that there's also some people that did this, and turns out they then later on they copyrighted their songs, and then because of they were copyrighted, then all these things, all the other videos that used that quote unquote no copyright song, they got screwed, right? Because it turns out that it is actually copyrighted, right? So yeah. And the sad thing about this is that it tracks back to whatever videos in the past as well, right? Like it searches everything basically. Like it doesn't care if you will post the video like later, tomorrow, today, like next year, or even already posted yesterday, last month, last year, 5 years ago. Like once this song gets copyrighted, then all this stuff that you already made, they will get copyright strike, which is like a flaw in the system, right? So yeah, because of that, um, I don't think I will actually use any sort of music other than the one that is provided by the YouTube, right? Like there's actually a lot of songs in the YouTube. What is it like? Album or like library or something like that that are genuinely free, right? Like no copyright. So like I might use this instead, like as background song basically, right? And not using the in-game music, because again, like sometimes uh, the game developers also was not thinking about copyright as well, so they just basically use any random music they found, right? Random song they found in the internet, right? And sometimes it is actually no copyright, but sometimes it actually is copyrighted, right? Although it's under the label of no copyright song, but like it turns out that it is copyrighted. So just there's that, I guess. Yeah, like I guess there's that. Also, if you guys remember, like not remember but more like check my first videos on YouTube, which is about Minecraft. The first 20 episodes, I believe I'm using NCS song. So yeah, at the time I'm recording, the song was actually not copyrighted. But let's see, I don't know, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, let's actually see if that song actually still no copyright, or it was already copyrighted, right? And then let's see if I will actually take the toll for that, right, in the future. So yeah, there's that. We have to check on that basically. But yeah, yeah, like basically about copyright strike, right? It is, I guess it is great tool. It is a great concept, but the thing is that sometimes people use it, like abusing this, right? Like, in this case, like I said, some people created the songs and then they label it as no copyright, like no copyright, but it is only for that time, right? And then 1 year passed, 2 year, 3 year, and then the creator decided that, oh, okay, it's already long enough and it's probably already a lot of people that used our song. Let's actually copyright the song now, right? So like remove all these labels. Now the song is copyrighted and now people using it, and let's just screw over all these people that used our song, right? In the past. And yeah, like just like that basically, right? um it happened to me on Twitch, like I said as well. It says that it is no copyrights, because I use the in YouTube video, right? Like yeah, I use this, like 20, a video has having 20 songs and stuff like that that are considered as no copyright song, right? But why my stream, my VOD got like strike, basically got muted, right? Because the reason that I used music that is actually copyrighted, right? So it doesn't make any sense, right? Well, I guess I know why, right? Because these people, some of the song from this list actually got copyright, after that, right? And then like basically it screwed my votes, right? And that's about it, I guess. So yeah, I'm kind of not planning on using any song or in-game song other than the one that is provided by YouTube. But we'll have to see, right? Because sometimes big games actually they actually copyrighted their own. I mean, they created their own song and then they copyrighted their own song as well. And then like so that all the Let's players can actually play the game without the worry of about the music having the copyright, right? Like some games actually has the responsible the feeling of responsibility to do that, and for that I appreciate that. And yeah, like basically they created their own song, right? Like they created their own, and then therefore when people use it and unintentionally use the song as a part of the video, then they don't get messed up, right? But like I said as well, some of these games developer they actually just steal song from internet, right? And then that's actually bad for the Let's players, right? But yeah, anyway, I think that'll be it for today's discussion, I guess, about copyright music and why I never used copyright music. Well, not really, more like why I never used a song in my video, right? Because of that, simply because of that, because I just don't want to deal with all this nonsense, right? In the future, anyway. So yeah, I hope this get resolved. I hope yeah, like I hope people actually noticed about this as well. Not only me, I hope. But yeah, until then, I'm not gonna use any song apart from the one that is provided by YouTube as well on the library. Like it has a lot of catalogs of musics, right? Like for all genre as well. Like if you want a little bit of creepy music, there is actually, and then if you want a little bit of country music, which I used in my Minecraft videos, then yeah, like you can have that. And then if you want a little bit more energetic, like more BPM, then there's also those kind of song as well. But yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna use that unless it is provided by YouTube for free, like actually provided by YouTube, right? But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow with another discussion. Stay safe, stay healthy. I will see you again very soon, and see ya.